Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how I did this dotted nail design inspired by Australian artist Elspeth McLean. For this one you're going to need an assortment of polishes, some dotting tools, and a thin nail art brush. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. I have a base of white on my nail that's fully dry, and I've put some dark blue polish onto a piece of tinfoil, and I'm just using my thin art brush to create this arched shape at the base of each of my nails. Now if you're not comfortable doing a freehand step like this, and I will say this was the longest part of this nail design, you can use some loose leaf reinforcements to create the shape, or some tape, or even some nail vinyls. I just prefer to work freehand. I do find it a little bit quicker, so do whatever works best for you. So once you've created that blue bar on each of your nails, we're going to fill those blue bars in with 3 dots using our white polish. So I'm using the larger of the 2 dotting tools that I'm using for this design to create those 3 larger dots. Depending on your blue polish, it may bleed through to the white, so a layer of top coat would be important before you add your white dots. I had already tested mine and I knew I was okay without that step. I'm using my thin art brush to create 2 tiny little dots in between those larger dots. So now we're ready to start adding our dots of color. So I'm using pinks and blues for this design, and the color palette comes from one of the rocks that I'd seen painted by Elspeth McLean. So I'm going to start out by adding my lightest shade of pink first, and this is actually a mixed color. I've added some white to one of my polishes just to create a lighter shade. And you'll see I'm just using my small dotting tool and adding some pink dots. The harder you push down with your dotting tool, the bigger your dot is. The more polish you put on your dotting tool, the bigger your dot is. So if you want to create a dot a little bit smaller and you don't have a smaller dotting tool, just don't put as much polish and don't press down as hard. So these 3 dots, even though they look like they get gradually bigger, which they do, they're all created from the same dotting tool. Now for the final 4th dot I've just added, I have switched over to one of my larger dotting tools for that. So now we're going to add our blue rose, and I've gone back to my smallest dotting tool, and again I've created some of my own shades here. This is the lightest blue is Bonita Juvia, and then this kind of medium blue is the darkest blue that I've already put on my nail by Color Gossip, but I've added a little bit of white to it to create this kind of medium shade. Now I've switched over to my larger dotting tool, and I'm adding that same dark Color Gossip shade that I used at the beginning. Let everything dry, and now we're going to add in some smaller dots. Again, I'm using just 2 dotting tools for this entire design, so you'll see I just created 2 completely different size dots. Again, just don't press down as hard, and you're going to get a different size dot. The other thing about a design like this, it can go really quickly, especially if you're doing all your nails together. Because you've got your polish out, you're not cleaning your tools in between, you can just do every nail all in one foul swoop and it will go fairly quickly. So if you guys recreate this design based on inspiration from this video, please hashtag ChristabellNails if you post your picture to Instagram. I love seeing your recreations. Don't forget, let everything dry fully, especially where you've layered polish, before you apply that top coat. And for this last step, I'm just adding some tiny little dots with my light blue polish. I wanted to do the same with the pink, but on 2 of my nails my pink dots went right to the edge, so I didn't want the designs to be different, so I just left off the pink step. And that's it guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked this one. Don't forget to leave me some comments below, thumbs up, and of course new subscribers are always appreciated.